Today I logged into my portfolio, I looked at the news, and I looked at one of my largest holdings, which is Amazon, and I noticed a piece of news that I found very interesting. It was titled, "Twitch is changing its revenue split for its biggest streamers in 2023. And it talks about how this revenue split is not going to be favorable for the streamers, but more so favorable for Amazon. So I want to talk about in this episode the change that is coming to Twitch, how this is going to affect the revenue and what the company actually does. Obviously, this is a holding of Amazon, and I just want to talk about Amazon as a whole, talk about everything that they own, the dominant competitiveness that they have not only with themselves, but basically everybody out there, with this picture titled, "Amazon is at war with everyone." I want to talk about that in this video and talk about the moat that this company has to be able to just flat out decide to change its revenue split without consulting anyone. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't seen me before, my name is Jordan. I'm a millennial investor, and I have my portfolios that I showcase in every single video, and this is my portfolio balance since starting my portfolio in April of 2020, which is $1,500, up to today's most recent number of $38,888, which will update that in just a couple days at the first of the month. My holdings in my growth portfolio are currently Salesforce, Amazon, Crocs, and then Tesla puts. And then I also have my most recent up-to-date balance, which is right here, which is $37,000, and this is my performance that you can see right here. Now, M1 Finance is where I showcase these portfolios, and this is where I share them down below in the description. It's really cosmetically appealing. It's an easy brokerage to use, and it's especially good for someone who's new and trying to get started. So if you want to check that out down below in the description, here are the links down below, and 126 people have signed up for it on the channel so far, so help be one of the new beginners that signs up and helps supports me in the channel. But without further ado, let's move forward and let's go ahead and start with looking into Amazon's quarterly numbers. Now, this company is now producing $100+ billion in revenue a quarter, the most recent quarter being $121 billion, and last year's annual revenue was $469 billion, and this year they're on track to go over 500, which is half of a trillion with a T. It's almost insurmountable to realize how big a half of a trillion dollars in revenue is. And if you look at these rates here down below with the 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, and 10 year, consistently this company has been growing around a 20 to 25% growth rate year in, year out for the last decade. Now, that's not what I want to talk about. What we saw today was the revenue switch with Twitch. And let's read the beginning of this article. It says, streaming platform Twitch has announced changes to its revenue system that will kick in starting next year. With this new update affecting some of its biggest streamers, the current Twitch model for revenue works on a 50-50 split between partnered streamers and the platform when dealing with paid subscriptions, while bigger streamers get a more generous 70-30 split, the 70% being in the streamer's favor. This will change in June of next year. As streamers keep the 70% of the subscription revenue on the first 100,000, the share will then revert to a 50-50 split after 100K. The new threshold will have an impact on Twitch's top 10% of streamers, and one of the reasons for the policy change is due to, quote, an increased cost in hosting the videos from a blog post that Twitch president Dan Clasey posted. Now, this is what's interesting. If you don't know, real quick, before we go any further, if you don't know what Twitch is, they are basically the biggest online live video platform. If you want to see someone play video games live, or if you want to talk to someone live, like here and just chatting, or if you want to see Call of Duty, or Apex Legends, or Grand Theft Auto 5, or Minecraft, or whatever you're into, this is where people go. Just look at some of these. Every single one of these videos that we're seeing right here has thousands of viewers. It is crazy. This one has 43,000, 33,000, 19,600, 14,000. So many people are on Twitch at all times. Now, not only that, but this company's continually grown. The revenue from Twitch in 2016 was $275 million. In 2017, it was $300 million. 2018, $880, up to $1.2 billion, up to $1.8 billion, and then last year's $2.67 billion in revenue, growing 41% last year in 2021, and we'll see where that number comes out at in 2022. Now, not only is this company growing, and I'm assuming they're very profitable, but one of the things we have to talk about is how this company hosts its system, because this leads next into the paragraph that I have highlighted in blue that I want to lead for you guys. The reason why they said that they're raising their prices, or more so reducing their split in revenue with creators, is, quote, delivering high definition, low latency, always available live video to nearly every corner of the world is expensive. Using the published rates from Amazon Web Services, interactive video services, IVS, which is essentially Twitch video. Live video costs for a 100 CCU streamer who streams 200 hours a month or more than $1,000 per month. We don't typically talk about this because, frankly, you shouldn't have to think about it. We'd rather you focus on doing what you do best. Now, what is the key thing to notice here? Amazon owns Twitch. They're talking about the rates that they have to pay Amazon Web Services. Well, Amazon owns Twitch, so they're paying themselves. It doesn't cost them anything. They're using their in-house service, which of course, as you can probably guess, leads to a higher profitability. And this leads me to a couple pictures I want to show, which this one is titled, Amazon Owns Everything. I'm not going to go line by line, go through all of these. You get the point. You can go through every single one of these. It doesn't matter if you're looking at Whole Foods, or if you're looking at Amazon Ring, or if you're looking at AWS, or if you're looking at Woot, or Zappos, or Twitch, or Amazon Music, and all these different names are all owned by this umbrella of a massive behemoth company called Amazon. Now, Amazon not only owns a lot of companies, but this is titled Amazon is at war with everyone. If you're in business in almost every category, they compete with you. If you're in AWS, they're competing with Google and Microsoft Azure. If you own Amazon Alexa, they're competing directly with Google Home. If you own Prime Music, then you're competing directly with Spotify. If you own IMBD, you're competing with Rotten Tomatoes. Amazon Pay, you're competing with Google Pay and Shop Pay. Twitch, which is MLG and YouTube Gaming, and all these different examples are how Amazon is literally trying to take over the world. I mean, it sounds almost like an exaggeration, like it's funny, but they are trying to compete in everything. In every category, they are trying to compete. Now, Amazon, if you look at this broken down by revenue, this gives you a further idea, segmented by each revenue category and what they're competing with. And if you want to take a look at that, you can. But what this does is this cements a further moat in my mind of how powerful the revenue streams of Amazon is, because this revenue is great. If you look at revenue growth like this, it's easy to say, wow, they're doing $100 billion a quarter. They're doing $1 trillion, $500 billion in revenue a year. It's gotta stop sometime soon, right? Well, I don't know. Because the moat behind Amazon is to land and expand in every single one of these categories. The goal is to start out cheap, implement a system that people can't get away from, bring in lots of customers, and then raise prices and then reap all the rewards and all the profits. It's likely that all these streamers that are already making a fortune off of Amazon and its Twitch product are not going to leave. They have an established audience. Like this person. I have no idea who he is. His name is Hassan. He has 43,000 viewers. Does he want to risk leaving Twitch and jeopardize his audience and his credibility to some platform that no one knows about? No. The competitor to Microsoft, which was straight competitive with Amazon Twitch, was Mixer. Mixer had to shut down just after a few short years and investing millions and millions of dollars into the company, and it was shut down. So where are they going to go? They're going to have to bite the bullet, take the revenue cut that they're going to get, and it's going to go right into the pockets of shareholders like myself that own shares of Amazon. And that's what makes not only the revenue go up, but more importantly, this profitability, which has grown 48% compounded, 48% in the last decade. Now that's compounded. That's on a 10-year growth rate. They're growing profits at almost 50% clip over the last decade, and I don't think that's going to stop. So it's reasons like this why I love Amazon, why I think they're a great investment opportunity, and they'll continue to dominate everything. They will continue to be at war with everyone, and they will overtake old school logistic companies like FedEx. They will continue to be a competitive threat to big names like Netflix. They will continue to just practically bring names like Flipkart and eBay into bankruptcy. This company is arguably one of the best in the world, and that's why they're over $1 trillion market cap. I love them. They're my second largest positions behind Salesforce, and it's reasons like this that get me more excited for owning the company and why I think Twitch is just one more business, just one more reason why I think the company is going in the right direction. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, check out all the stuff down below in the description if you haven't already, including mentoring sessions, opportunities with me, and signing up for M1 Finance. Like 126 people have done so far. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.